The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow. A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now, to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Hinckley-Finlayson High School for tonight's varsity matchup between the Jaguars of Hinckley-Finlayson and the Floodwood Polar Bears. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, of course, and I'll bring you all the action from this evening's game. Hinckley-Finlayson recently won their first match at a tournament over the weekend, and they are feeling good. Now, I don't know if they won any more. This was according to MinnesotaScores.net, so not quite sure if they won any more than just the one, but they did win their first match of the year. That is what we care about here this evening. The Hinckley-Finlayson Jags coming in, having won one over the weekend in a tournament up at Mesabi East. So congratulations to them. They beat Northeast Range 2-1. So great for them. But we have some business to take care of here, ladies and gentlemen. They get Floodwood tonight. Floodwood, a very good team in 7 single A. Their QRF score is 95.5. They're 21-4, ladies and gentlemen. Their 4 losses came against Mabel Canton, who's one of the best teams in single A. And another came against one of the other better teams in single A, Southridge. And then another one of the losses came to Esco, which is one of the top teams in double A. Another double A team they lost to was Rush City. So they have only lost to the best of the best this year, but they've also beat some pretty darn good teams in the likes of, Barnum is one of those teams. Mora is another one of those teams. They beat Zimmerman. Yeah, that's right. They also beat Maple Lake. They also beat Silver Bay, 2 Harbors. I mean, they beat some Pine River Bacchus. They have beat some really good teams. So this one, it should be a good one here tonight. We're going to get that was shortened. Here's the pitch pregame because we are ready for our national anthem to be sung and or played. I believe it'll be played because the pep band is here, so it will be played, and then we'll return for our first serve here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350 Anthem Country WCMP. Back after word from our fine sponsor.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take 2.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle and Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit CFMotoUSA.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store.
Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada.
A pawn shop.
Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, getting set for the matchup. Your starting lineups, we'll start with the Polar Bears of Floodwood. It'll be number 1, sophomore Sadie Kaminsky. Another sophomore, number 5, Aussie Arrow. A senior, number 6, Logan Hart. An 8th grader, number 7, Maisie Arrow. A senior, number 9, Kenzie Kaminsky. And then another senior, number 15, Kaya Stocky. Janaea Lane will be their libero. For your Jags, it will be number 1, Kendra Harris, number 7, Nindy Jenkins, number 12, Ava Blowers, number 13, Neela Fahey, number 16, Jacqueline Roberts, and number 28, Eris Ritchie. So those are your starters here tonight. It will be Ritchie with the serve. It is over and back, dug up on the back line by Floodwood. They'll hit it back across. It's dug up on that back line by Jenkins. Hit back across there by Neela Fahey. And this hit going to go long by Floodwood, so the Jags are on the board first. Homecoming week for Hinckley-Finlayson. They are feeling it already. Eris Ritchie will be back to serve. It is up and it is over. A diving dig there by Floodwood. They get it off the deflection on the net, and this one's going to go off the fingertips of Nindy Jenkins. She is nearly beside herself after letting that one get off her fingertips. She knows. She's basically sitting there saying to herself, how in the world did I let that go? She knows, but she'll get it back. She'll get another opportunity sooner rather than later. Serving for Floodwood is Aussie Arrow. And this one dug up late. Well, that's a set, and then not able to hit it back over was Neela Fahey. So another point there for Floodwood, 2-1. A little bit of miscommunication there between Blowers and Fahey. Blowers got the late set, and then Fahey tried to get it over, but just not enough on it. And again, Arrow with the serve. It's over and dug up by Hinckley-Finlayson. Now looking for the kill was Kendra Harris, but it's back across the net, and then almost getting the kill was Ava Blowers, but just a little bit long with that hit, and that makes it 3-1. So again, Ozzy Arrow will serve on that far side, dug up by Fahey, Ritchie, and now hitting it across. That time was Harris. At the net, looking for the kill on the back line. A dig there for Jenkins at the front of the net, and hitting it over is Fahey. Dug up in the middle by Floodwood. Floodwood, oh my goodness. A big kill there from Kenzie Kaminsky to make it 4-1. Kenzie Kaminsky, a senior for Floodwood. Floodwood wearing their kind of neon, I like it though. It may sound like I'm making fun of it, but I like it. The neon yellow jerseys with the purple stripe on the sleeve and the side of the jersey and the purple numbers outlined in black. With the black shorts and pants. Here's the hit there by Fahey. It is going to go long on this near side to make it 5-1. The libero for Floodwood will wear the purple jersey with the yellow stripes and numbers outlined and letters outlined in black. The serve again from Arrow is over and dug up by the libero. Again, I apologize. I think maybe, not quite sure of who that is. Meanwhile, another kill here. And again, it's Kenzie Kaminsky. And oh my goodness. Can we get a pressure check on the ball? I don't know if that ball might have been a little bit deflated there after that hit. Wow. Still back serving is Ozzy Arrow for Floodwood. It's going to get down just in front of Jacqueline Roberts for the ace to make it 7-1. Another serve. This one is, it's in on that rather far sideline. And Neela Fahey was there, and she let it go because I think everyone in here thought it was going to go out, but it winds up staying in, and that's why a lot of times you see players will put their foot on the line just in case, but that time it does stay out, or in, excuse me. Now Eris Ritchie will get it back across after the dig from Fahey. The kill attempt here by Sadie Kaminsky is going to go long, and the Jags will get one back, 8-2. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Embrace Orthodontics, 3 locations, Pine City, Lynchburg, and Cambridge. Now back to service, Kendra Harris, one of the seniors. 3 seniors on this squad. This one just gets over. Somehow a Floodwood player got a hand underneath it, and it's back over. Hinckley-Finlayson with the Fahey hit gets it over, and now this one is tapped over by Floodwood's Kenzie Kaminsky. I thought somebody maybe had touched the net, but it might have just been the ball. So hard to keep track sometimes because the ball moving so fast. Now will be Logan Hart, a senior for Floodwood, to serve. 4 seniors for Floodwood, and this one is going to be over, dug up by the libero. Now on the far side and hit over by Ritchie. 2 Floodwood players go after it, and because of that, it's going to send that ball in a different direction than they would have liked to have set it up, and that's going to make it 9-3. Floodwood still has the lead, and now going back to serve, Ava Blauer. She was our Pine Insurance Player of the Game the last time I was here. Her serve is over. Nice lob shot over, dug up by Floodwood. They'll set it up, and you guessed it, it's Kaminsky again for Floodwood with the kill. 10-3. A substitution here for Floodwood. I believe that is Maisie Arrow checking in. The serve is over along with Layla Bailey. Dug up by Hinckley-Finlayson, hit across by Jacqueline Roberts. Dug up and now looking to hit it across, but right there, right to Ava Blowers, and then went towards the front of the net for Nindy Jenkins, and I don't think, it looked like it was between her and Ritchie as to who was going to get it. Just a little bit of miscommunication there between those two, and it's another Floodwood point. Here's the serve, dug up by Blowers. Ritchie will set on this near side, looking for Jacqueline Roberts. In between the block, Jacqueline Roberts will get the kill. Eleven to 4. Roberts with the good kill in between the block. Now Fahey will serve. It's over, dug up on the back line. They'll set it up for... they tried to get Kenzie Kaminsky, but her hit this time, surprisingly, goes a little bit long. It did not stay in. It was close, but no. Fahey will serve and mistimed it, but she winds up getting it over anyways. And Kaminsky will try again. Blocked at the net by Ritchie. Pushed back across by Kaminsky. At the net, Roberts couldn't quite get it. She more or less pushes it into the net. Not purposely, obviously, but just nothing she could do with that one, as now the power hitter, Kenzie Kaminsky, is back to serve. Here's the serve, and a little too much power on that one. And that makes it 12-6. Sometimes with the power hitters, that's what you'll see sometimes early in their career is, yeah, they've got the strength, but they don't necessarily have the accuracy. But with Kaminsky, I think that one just got away from her a little bit. She's a senior, and with what I've seen already, she definitely has that power hit dialed in. Meanwhile, another hit that goes long from Floodwood, and all of a sudden the Jags are back within, well, really spitting distance of this lead. Now, where that phrase came from, I have no idea, but we still use it. Jacqueline Roberts with the serve. Oh, she does get it on that far sideline for Floodwood, and now it's hit back over, dug up there by Harris. Back of the line, Roberts is there, and now trying to get it across is Jenkins. She does. We'll set it up here on this near side. Blocked at the net, but it goes out. What a great attempt by Hinckley-Finlayson's Eris Ritchie to try and get the block. Well, I mean, she didn't try. She did get the block, but it just went out of play. So it will wind up being Floodwood's point. Meanwhile, now back to serve for Floodwood is their libero, Janaea Lane, a sophomore. Both these teams got young teams, so I expect them to be back next year in, I mean, this is going to be fun to watch these two teams next year. Meanwhile, a kill attempt from Harris, somehow dug up by Floodwood. Then the libero for Hinckley gets it, and Eris Ritchie will look for a kill, but nice job by Kaminsky. That's Sadie Kaminsky who will set it up. It's off the net. Great awareness by Harris to get that one. Now she'll race to the net. It gets over, but it goes out of play on that far sideline to make it 14-7. That's one thing that when I first watched the Jags play this year, what was it, 2 weeks ago now, one of the things that I enjoyed about this team was just their energy and their willingness to go after everything, just their hustle. It was great to see. Harris with the hit across, dug up on the back line. They'll line it up on the far side. And, well, it looked funky, but Layla Bailey is going to wind up getting the kill for Floodwood. It didn't look like the cleanest of hit, but she still managed to get that one over. This serve is over, dug up on the back line by the Hinckley-Finlayson libero, but it's going to go out of play, make it 16-7 after the ace. Homecoming week this week for the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. They'll welcome in Aiken on Friday. The serve is over and dug up by the libero. Pushing it across that time was Fahey. They'll line it up right down the middle for Kenzie Kaminsky, and you betcha she got it down. And we'll get a timeout called here by Hinckley-Finlayson, and while they take one, we will as well.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Thanks to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate them. Meanwhile, it's 17-7. Floodwood with the lead here at Hinckley-Finlayson, and they will serve. It's up and it is over. The libero gets the dig. A diving attempt by Fahey, and then pushing it across is Kendra Harris. Tried to combine the two, I guess. Meanwhile, pushed over by Kenzie Kaminsky. She instead went from the power to the tap over. It was dug up by Hinckley-Finlayson. A diving dig there from Fahey, and then Harris tried to keep it alive, but nothing she could do as that one was into her own teammate's bench area. And she did all she could, but it's going to wind up another point for Floodwood, 18-7. Janaea Lane serving for Floodwood. That one's going to go long. And didn't need to do much, did Hinckley, to make it 18-8. And the ball will get back into play. And Indy Jenkins will go back to serve. Meanwhile, Ava Blowers checks into the game. Jenkins, serve into the net. That ball did not get as high as she would have liked it to on that serve. And if it did, that's going to be a tough serve for the Polar Bears to pick up, because that's going to possibly just, if not clip, the top of the net and get over, because it was on a line, but Jenkins just let that one get too low. Actually, she probably just didn't get it up enough on the serve. Meanwhile, the serve from Floodwood's Kaya Stocky is over, pushed back across by Kendra Harris. Polar Bears will look to hit it across. They do, but it is Roberts there with the dig. Richie tried to get it across, but it was blocked at the net. Then Blowers will push it over. Dug up here by Floodwood. It's off the mark, but then they'll get it over just on the tap. Eris Ritchie keeps it alive. Fahey with the last attempt, but it's going to get into the bleachers on that near sideline. The Jags had a souvenir for about 3 seconds. The Jag fans did, I should say. Not the Jags, the Jag fans. I suppose it's one of the same. Meanwhile, Floodwood will serve 20-8. They lead. The serve is over. A low dig for Jenkins. Somehow getting it over did Harris. Nice job by her. Harris will get this one back on the pushover from Floodwood, and now Harris will look for the kill. But it's dug up by Floodwood right at the front of the net, and a kill there for Ava Blowers. Nice job by Blowers getting that one, and great job by Hinckley-Finlayson just to continue to stay aware and stay in the game, keep their heads in the game, because when it's lopsided like this, sometimes I feel like the mindset, the thinking can go elsewhere, but they do a good job keeping their heads in the game. Eris Ritchie will serve. It's over, and somehow, are you kidding me, kept alive by Floodwood. What a great play. Harris with the dig. Roberts, and now Jenkins will push it over. Dug up by Floodwood. They'll keep it alive on this near side. Off the net, Ritchie with great awareness to get the dig. To Fahey, and Harris will hit it across. That one is going to be a kill for Kendra Harris. 20-10. We seen them when I was here when they played against Mora, 2 weeks ago. They just had this fight in them where they just continued to battle back, and it was like, man, if they can't make it all the way back, they're going to at least make this other team think about it. So they did a really good job. Ritchie with the service, dug up by Floodwood, then pushed back across on the set. Ritchie with the dig, and Blowers will look for the kill. Dug up by Kaminsky here on the back line, and now looking for the kill, but Ritchie is there again. Fahey sets, and Harris will look for the kill. Dug up again by Kaminsky to the front of the line, and they'll set it up. This one off a block to Ritchie, though, for the dig. Fahey again, back across the net. It goes off the net. Does it go on? No, it stayed in. So it's going to be a kill that time for Aussie Arrow to make it 21-10. Man, that was close, but it just did stay in. Speaking of Aussie Arrow, she will go back to serve, the sophomore for Floodwood. And her serve is up, and it is over. Jenkins there with the dig. Ritchie will push this one back into play. Blowers looks for the kill. A diving dig, though, from Floodwood. And this one, Ritchie got the dig, but then it's into the net. Make it 22-10. Arrow serve. And this one possibly could have been left. I think it would have been better off leaving that one. It's going to be an ace for Floodwood. I think that one was, it looked like it was leaning to go long, and if I was a better broadcaster, I'd get a replay on it, but, well, you're stuck with me. Ava Flowers with the dig off the serve. Ritchie will set, and now looking for the kill is Fahey, but it goes long. I think Hinckley-Finlayson making the argument that, hey, maybe it was tipped there by the Floodwood libero, but I think she just got her hand back in time as that one did go long. 24-10 here, first set. Floodwood looking to finish it off right now. The serve is over, dug up by Jenkins. It's going to be an ace, and that will do it. So 25-10 will be the score of set number 1. And we will take a commercial break. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here after the Hones Auto Body and Glass set break.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Honeymoon, here we come. our car.
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us. Can't wait to get out there.
Yeah, man, I'm ready for the season.
Hey guys, you gonna finally let me in on the big hunt this year?
Yeah, sure.
Really?
Honey, there's a lot of preparation that goes into hunting.
Preparation, huh? Like
Getting to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn and Mora so I can have the right gun, scope, blind, and stand. And no matter what caliber I'm shooting, Bob always has the right ammo.
Ha, thanks boys. I went to Almost Yours Gun and Pawn. They have everything a hunter needs to be prepared.
Okay. I do love Almost Yours Gun and Pawn.
907 Union Street, Mora.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit kettleriverpizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Back here after the Holmes Auto Body and Glass set break. Holmes Auto Body and Glass with over 44 years of experience there with that state-of-the-art facility in Mora. Polar Bears won the first set 25-10. So they get the dash underneath their name to signify the set victory. And they lead 1-0. We will await. Looks like we got everybody back out there. And looks like everybody is ready, set to go. Maybe. Looks like we got to get everybody into position first. Again, it's homecoming week for the Jaguars of Hinckley-Finlayson. They welcome in the Aiken Gobblers this Friday. So Floodwood will begin this set with the serve. Ozzy Arrow will ready. There's the whistle. And here's the serve. And Richie will get the dig. Blowers, and now hitting it across this time is Demaya Bailu. Looking for the kill. I think it went long. It did. And Hinckley-Finlayson will get point number 1. Serve now from Eris Ritchie. It's up and it's over. Dug up on the back line by Floodwood. They'll push it across. And that, my goodness, again, Kaminsky to tie it up at 1 apiece. I mean, there's just, you might as well just get out of the way at this point. It's just, I mean, the power she has on that hit is unreal. So it's 1 apiece now as the ball unwillingly gets back into play. And here's the whistle, and here's the serve. Just over the net, and it's going to get down an ace there for Logan Hart. That'll make it 2-1 Floodwood. And here's the serve. It's going to be over, dug up by Jenkins, and hit across by Blowers to this near sideline, and just dug up, and whoa, Sadie Kaminsky with the side hit for the kill. That was kind of impressive. Well, that was pretty darn impressive, actually. Here's the serve again from Logan Hart. It's over and dug up by Kendra Harris. Ritchie, and this is going to be hit long by Bailu. That's a tough one there for her. So the hit will go long to make it 4-1. And Hart with the serve, trying to take a little bit of something off that one, but it's going to make it 4-2 after getting it into the net. Now, Demaya Bailu will go back to serve. Beilu, a junior for the Jags. Her serve is up and over the rainbow shot. It's going to wind up being an ace for Beilu. 4-3. Nice job, young lady. Nice serve. It was a kind of a high arcing shot, something that Floodwood hadn't seen tonight. Now she'll come back with the line drive serve. So she can mix it up, but Kenzie Kaminsky, wow. I mean, you know who she kind of reminds me of, and if you've listened to local radio here, especially local volleyball the last handful of years, you'll know this name because she started, I think, her entire 4 years for Rush City. Lydia Bankston, the power hitter for Rush City. That's who she reminds me of, Kenzie Kaminsky. Just the power she has. Meanwhile, the libero, Riley Scott, will get the dig. Now looking for the kill is Harris, but just dug up by Floodwood. Then hit back across, and again it's Riley Scott with the dig. Diving attempt by Beilu for the set, but just couldn't get to it in time. And it's going to wind up getting down. Another point for Floodwood. Sadie Kaminsky will serve. Scott with the dig. Richie sets. And just getting it over was Fahey, and somehow Floodwood keeps it into play. It's going to go on the backside of the antenna, which is out of bounds. So Hinckley-Finlayson gets one back, and now Ava Blowers will go back to serve. 6-4, they trail by just 2 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Blowers' serve is over. It's a line drive serve, and it's going to be an ace. Ava Blowers with the ace serve to make it 6-5. A much better start to this set for Hinckley-Finlayson, already scoring half of the points they got last set. Blowers, oh man. That one's going to hit the top of the net, and it looked like it was going to roll over, but it did not. Let's get a quick instant replay if we so can. You'll see it, look, hit the top of the net. I mean, so close. Now the serve here from Kenzie Kaminsky is over. Diving dig by Hinckley-Finlayson to get it back across. That was Neela Fahey with the dig, and it's going to get down. A kill for the Jags. I think it was Fahey who actually wound up getting the kill to make it 7-6. Nice job. Fahey now back to serve. Oh, just does go long. I thought it had a chance to maybe stay in, but it just hung in the air for, what, a split second too long. Man, that was close. Serving for Floodwood now, Janaea Lane. It's over. Dug up. Couldn't quite see the number of Hinckley-Finlayson who got it. I think it was Blowers, actually, again. And then Richie tried to hit this one across, but just mistimed it there. Got on top of it a little too much. And that one finds the floor to make it 8-6. This serve is over. Dug up by Beilu. Now setting it up for Richie. Richie, lob over, dug up by Kenzie Kaminsky. Now on the near side, they'll hit it back towards Richie. Richie with the dig. Sending it up near side for the kill for Kendra Harris. Harris with the kill to make it 8-7. The Jags having a much better set. Just playing, I think, a little bit more sound here in this one. Less out of place and much better communication. Meanwhile, hit is over. Nice dig by Beilu, but just unfortunately hit that one. I mean, again, right play, good play, and a good spot for it. Just a little too long, and she kind of knew it as she hit it, but, I mean, you can't blame her for the effort. This serve is over. Meanwhile, Beilu going to get right back to it with the dig there. And looking for the kill, Beilu, but it's dug up here by Floodwood in this near side corner. Kenzie Kaminsky over, and it's dug up there by Neela Fahey. This one hit, and it's a kill for Nindy Jenkins. See Nindy Jenkins against Mora when I was here, and let's be real, this entire Hinckley-Finlayson team impressed me with how, I mean, just the resiliency they have and the heart they have, but she was one of the ones that I was looking, I'm really excited to see what this team can do next year. Obviously, they're going to lose a couple of seniors, but they're bringing back a good chunk from this year. This one is over. Beilu was the first attempt at it, and then she kind of let it go because she's seen Jenkins right behind her, kind of at the last possible moment thinking maybe Jenkins was going to get it, but she did not. That'll make it 10-8, Floodwood. This serve is long, and it's not 10-9. So Eris Ritchie will go back to serve. And this one nearly gets down for a ace. And while it does get over the net, it's going to go far. And I apologize, I'm a little bit behind on my scoreboard. It is 11-10. Meanwhile, back and forth this ball goes. Hinckley-Finlayson has it. Blowers will hit it across. Dug up, and wow, Kenzie Kaminsky. Unbelievable. I mean, she does such a good job of, one, hitting the ball, but that's just too plain and simple. She does a good job of getting herself square to that ball. She doesn't just set herself up, she gets square to it so she can get everything behind it. Logan Hart with the serve. It hits the net and gets over, but nice job by Riley Scott. Could get the dig. Now hit back across again. Dug up by Kendra Harris that time. And Bailu will look for the kill, but it's dug up by Floodwood. On that far sideline, the attempted dig from Harris, but it just does get down in front of Harris. Make it 13-10. Hart, the serve. Again, it's over. Dug up by Harris, and nobody there for Hinckley-Finlayson. That was interesting, to say the least. It's going to wind up being an ace, but, she hit it, and it went right to the net, but it looked like it was plenty in play for everybody, but I think a little bit of miscommunication there between Hinckley-Finlayson. Now the serve over. Attempted dig there from Riley Scott. It's going to wind up being an ace here for Floodwood, and we're going to get a timeout called by Hinckley-Finlayson. While they do, we will as well.
The Classic Edge HDX from Central Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating. It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local Central Boiler Sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And, of course, live on our website at WCMPradio.com. Just go to that sports tab. Click on broadcast schedule. That will take you to the spot where we'll show you all the links for the games that we have coming up during that week of play. Of course, next week going to be a little bit of a shortened week. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep, that's it. It's MEA week, ladies and gentlemen, next week. So, and that's the last week of the regular season, so it's crunch time. I don't like it either. Trust me. We are 2 weeks away tomorrow from playoffs. I don't like it. Logan Hart with the serve. Dig there from Riley Scott. A awkward angle that time for Bailu, and she did all she could just to get that one over. Good attempt at the angle that she was at. Just a little too much strength on that one. I don't think you're ever upset with too much strength, though, for a player if you're a coach. You just got to help them to learn to reel it in. And maybe it's not even reeling it in. Maybe it's just getting more accurate. Meanwhile, that serve is going to go out of play, so that will make it 16-11. And back to serve will be Demaya Bailu. And her serve is over. A spinning dig from Floodwood. And they will hit it back across. Dug up there by Scott Ritchie. And setting it up that time, Fahey, will get it back over. Dug up by Ritchie this time after the hit from Floodwood. And it's going to go into the net. Another point there for the Polar Bears. 17-11. Substitution for Floodwood, and going back to serve is Sadie Kaminsky. Serve is over. That is Scott with the dig. And Fahey will hit it back across. Now hit back across by Floodwood. There was Kendra Harris for the dig. Ritchie and Kenzie Kaminsky with the kill. Well, I don't think it's too much of a surprise when I say that there's a kill, that it's probably more than likely Kenzie Kaminsky. Probably close to double digits now in her kills tonight. Here's the serve from Floodwood, dug up by Harris. Ritchie sets, and Harris will look for the kill. Off a block, yes! Off the block, and she'll get the kill. Nice job by Kendra Harris there. The dig and the kill. Block went out of bounds from Floodwood. Meanwhile, Ava Blowers will go back to serve. Serve is over. Late dig, and they'll set it up. And Kenzie Kaminsky is not going to be able to keep it alive because she went up for it and wound up hitting the top of the net, which completely threw her off. It completely threw me off, too, if I'm being honest. Blowers will serve again. This time, it's dug up a little more cleanly, and Kaminsky is going to go out of bounds. I did not see that. I did not think it was hit by Hinckley-Finlayson, but they say it was. Interesting. 19-13. Kenzie Kaminsky will serve. It is over. Bailu with the dig. And Floodwood back across. Dug up by Ritchie. Fahey, and Nindy Jenkins will look for the kill, and she gets the kill. Nindy Jenkins. 19-14. Ela Fahey will go back to serve. And it's into the net. And, you know, I kind of seen that coming. I'm not being rude at all. But I say that because when she went for her serve routine, she drilled it off her foot. And any time that a serve routine gets interrupted by anything, well, usually you see a serve error, and that's what happened there. Another dig for Eris Ritchie. This one back across. Dug up by Blowers, but it's going to hit the deck and be another point for Floodwood. They lead 21-14. Much better set here for Hinckley-Finlayson, down by just a touchdown and extra point. As this one is over, Ritchie with the dig alongside Bailu. And Bailu will hit it back across. Dug up by the libero for Floodwood. They'll set it up on the far side. Look for the kill, but it's long to make it 21-15. Now they don't need the extra point, just the touchdown. 21-15. Kendra Harris is back to serve for Hinckley-Finlayson. This is over. Dug up by Kenzie Kaminsky, and then the kill there right in front of the diving Harris for Logan Hart to make it 22-15. Serving now for the Polar Bears, Layla Bailey. And, it just gets over. Bailu, though, with the dig. Nice job by Demaya Bailu. And this going to be a kill again for Kenzie Kaminsky. Impressive dig by Bailu. Just getting to that one off the serve, but now number 14 for the Polar Bears is in. I apologize. I don't have her on the roster, ladies and gentlemen. She was not on the roster, so I apologize. Not quite sure who that is. Meanwhile, both Bailu and Riley Scott go after it. It's going to be an ace for Floodwood because of that. And it's set point Floodwood, and they'll look to finish it off with this serve from Bailey. Layla Bailey serve, hits the net and gets over. It will be an ace, and that will finish off set number 2. 25-15 is the victory for the Polar Bears. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
Fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes, we're all about hair that feels like you. At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
There's always room for you at Dapper and Divine. How would you like to get a brow wax for free? Mention this ad with Annie Coloring, free brow wax all month. Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Polar Bears lead the Jags 2-0. And this could be the third and final set on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, but the Jags will look to take one away and at least take it to a fourth and then try and get it to a fifth. Want to again thank Holmes Auto Body and Glass and Mora for providing that set break. As getting a couple announcements taken care of first here inside the gymnasium during this homecoming week. I think we've got a raffle that they're trying to take care of here, trying to find the winners. Looks like we've got our winner. Congratulations to that fan. So the Jags will start with the serve here in the third set. They're trying to make sure this is not the third and final. Here's a serve from Richie. It's over. A diving dig from Kenzie Kaminsky and hit back over by the libero, but then dug up nicely by Ava Blowers. And Bailu knew, oh man, I thought she had the kill. But it's over and dug up by Jenkins. Jenkins will look for the kill. And then this one's going to be hit out, and Floodwood will get the first point. Two very good digs there from Hinckley-Finlayson. Flowers and Jenkins, but just couldn't keep it alive, and Aussie Arrow will serve. Takes something off that one. Blowers is going to get there, and then Fahey, and then Richie. And trying to get it over was Bailu, and a little bit upset with herself that she couldn't quite get it cleanly. Trying to just push it over. I like the idea because where she was at, Floodwood was a little bit out of place, and she would have gotten it, but just a little too much off that one. Kendra Harris will get the dig, and Richie will hit it back across. Dug up, and she did hit the net. Yep. So on her swing through, on her follow through, she hit the net. I was thinking that because the net moved quite a bit as the ball went through, and I wasn't sure if it was the ball that hit the net or her hand. They did say it was her hand, so it will be Hinckley-Finlayson's point, 2-1. Indy Jenkins will serve. Line drive serve is dug up by Floodwood, and on this near side, it's blocked at the net. Ava, oh, wait a minute, no, kept alive. Oh, I don't know how that happened, but somehow, someway, Floodwood kept that alive. Let's see it again. Here's the serve. Look at that block. Oh, my goodness, she did get her hand underneath it. Wow, what a play for Floodwood. And then the serve, meanwhile, from Floodwood on this next one goes into the net to make it 3-2. So Hinckley-Finlayson will get it back anyways. Ava Blowers will now go back to serve. Here's the serve from Blowers. Oh, hit it off the side of her hand, and it will wind up in the net. I thought it had a chance to maybe climb over, but the net tonight not being a friend of the home team. Being the foe this evening. Sadie Kaminsky will serve. Mindy Jenkins on the back line with the dig. Setting it up for Kendra Harris, and Harris gets the kill. Kill there for Harris to make it 4-3. Through the block again. I love this team's fearlessness at going to the block. They're not afraid to hit it through, and they know they've got enough power to do it. Bailu will serve. Oh, just long. I thought that was going to take a nosedive. I genuinely thought that one was going to dive right at the last second and stay in play for an ace for Bailu, but just did go long. Kenzie Kaminsky will serve. It is over. Dug up by Jenkins. Fahey gets it, and now this one hit back across. Dug up there by Riley Scott, but it's into the net. And Floodwood gets another point, 6-3. Floodwood, again, one of the top teams in Class Single A for volleyball at a 21-4 record. The 4 teams they lost to are all in the tops of either Single A and or Double A. Meanwhile, Kenzie Kaminsky will serve it into the net, 6-4. So every team that they have lost to has a QRF of 90 or over and is in the top 5 of Class Single A or Class Double A. Meanwhile, Kendra Harris will serve for Hinckley-Finlayson. Serve is over. Dug up by Floodwood. They'll set it up on this near sideline. Oh, and just, I mean, perfect hit by Ozzy Arrow. I mean, you quite literally cannot ask her to do anything more. That was perfect. Janae Lane to serve. This one's over. Dug up by Fahey. Hit back and a little too far by Jenkins. So Jenkins had an opportunity, just too much juice on that one. They're amped up, though. It's homecoming week. Of course, they're going to be hyped up and get some extra strength and acceleration and awareness. It's homecoming week. This one was dug up by Riley Scott, hit over by Ritchie, and then hit at the net, but it does wind its way up on Hinckley-Finlayson's side. Ritchie off her back foot. Hey, she didn't mean to do it that way, but it works out. She kind of comes back to her teammates and almost had her head and her face in her hand as if saying, oh, man, I don't know how, but hey, it worked. Anyway, you can get it sometimes. Neela Fahey will... Well, she was going to serve, and then she stopped. I'm not sure if her team wasn't lined up correctly or what, and because of that, it threw her off, and it's also going to lead to her next serve going long. That was weird. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Dug up by Bailu off the serve. Bailu will look for the kill, and dug up nicely on the back line by Kaminsky. And this hit into the net by Floodwood to make it 9-6. Eris Ritchie is going to go back and serve for the Jaguars. Serve is up and over. That's Kaminsky to Kaminsky, and now the hit across. Dug up by Ritchie, kept alive by Bailu, and oh, nobody else there. Nobody else was there. Bailu with an incredible set to push it back into the court of play, and then nobody else got there. A little bit of miscommunication there on the Jaguars side. Now back to serve is Peyton Roberts for Floodwood, checking in for the first time here tonight. Peyton Roberts, the junior for Floodwood. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Kendra Harris. And Nindy Jenkins will look for the kill, and she mishit it. Yeah, just a little bit of a mishit that time, and it'll make it 11-6. And she hit it off the side of her hand. She was looking for the big old windup and kill, but just missed it. Another serve is over. Sliding dig from Beilu. And then that hit goes long. Beilu has done a really good job. I've been impressed with her tonight with her ability to get set up in position. Again, later than she would like, but she's doing a good job of getting into position. And not be, a lot of times that can, kind of set you back, but she does a good job. Dug up by Harris, and then Nindy Jenkins couldn't quite get a clean hit on it, and that will push it into the bleachers. Jacqueline Roberts will check in for Hinckley-Finlayson. 13-6 our score. Floodwood with the serve. Bailey with the dig on that far sideline. Ava Blowers resets, gets it over. Kenzie Kaminsky will just tap it across for the kill. 14-6. After that kill from Kaminsky. And the serve. Dug up by Riley Scott on that back line. And no one able to catch up with it. That was a tough one to kind of catch up with. It's going to be an ace, 15-6. And I would bet if we see one more point taken here by Floodwood, we'll probably see a timeout on the Jag side. We'll wait and see, though. Payne Roberts, the serve. Kendra Harris, the dig. Ritchie sets. Beilu just mistimed it. So upset with herself there, and she's got to give herself a break. It's been a tough match. You're facing against one of the top teams in Class Single A in volleyball. They're a good team, and she's got to give herself a little bit of a break there. 16-6. Here's the serve, and it will be both Scott and Harris get to it, and then gets into the net. It will be another Floodwood point, and we'll get a timeout here by Hinckley-Finlayson. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors on WCMP.
October is Minnesota Manufacturing Month. The Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association wants to say thank you to all the manufacturing employees and companies. Without you, we would not have a lot of the products we enjoy using every day. Join us at one of our tours of area manufacturers. Tours available this year will be held at DeZurich, Landscape Structures, and CWMF. Tours feature both in-person and private tours. Learn how to register or attend at cmmaworks.org. That's cmmaworks.org. This message is brought to you by the Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association and gold sponsors Biz Recycling, Central McGowan, Rosenbauer, and MNCEO. More information available at cmmaworks.org.
Back here on WCMP, the third set sees the Polar Bears lead 17-6 over your Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars. Hinckley-Finlayson trying to come with a big comeback here to get it to a fourth set. But again, the Polar Bears are one of the best teams in Class Single A in volleyball. Beilu will get the dig. Ritchie sets, and hitting it over is Jacqueline Roberts. Kenzie Kaminsky will wind up with the kill, 18-6. Roberts going to line up right about middle of the court for this serve. It's over, dug up that time by Ava Blowers. And Kenzie Kaminsky, yet another kill this evening. Again, she's well into double digits. Just showing off the talent here this evening. I wouldn't be surprised if she's got some offers and isn't going to play somewhere in some volleyball next year. Roberts with the serve for Floodwood. Push back across on the dig. More or less a block from Blowers. And dug up by Ritchie, and just, yeah, it almost was a line drive to her. There was not much she could do about that one. Checking in again is number 14. I'm not quite sure who that young lady is for Floodwood, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mean to, but on the roster sheet, I even looked on their conference roster sheet. She is not on there, so I apologize. Serve over, dug up by Harris. And they hit there from Bailu, but just dug up by Floodwood. Dug up by Ritchie. Racing after was Harris, pushing it back across is Ritchie. They'll set it up here for number 14, hitting it into the net, and Hinckley-Finlayson will get one back. Lots of digs here tonight for both Harris and Ritchie. Even Scott has a lot. Between those three, they lead the team. Serve here from Jacqueline Roberts. It's over and then hit across by Floodwood, but it's going to go out of bounds. 20-8, here we go. 12 more. Let's see it. Serve here from Roberts into the net, and I will take full blame, as that is the old announcer's jinx. Everyone who is a Jags fan can blame that on me. Checking in for the first time here tonight is Allison Raha for Floodwood. If you're anybody from Floodwood listening, apologize. I don't mean to be botching last names here. Riley Scott with the dig. Hit back across by Hinckley-Finlayson. Tapped over and dug up again by Scott. Looking for the kill. Oh, excuse me. Kendra Harris, my goodness. Apparently that hit sent shockwaves through my system and forced me to hiccup. She did have a lot on it, but it went long. And now the serve is over. Scott again with another dig here tonight. And it's hit back across by Harris, dug up by Floodwood. They'll hit it over, and it's going to be a kill. 23-8. That kill was for Allison Raha. And she got a standing ovation from her team. 23-8. Hinckley-Finlayson needs to go on a run here to make sure this doesn't wind up being a 3-0 tilt. Now the serve is over and dug up, and it's going to wind up on the side of Floodwood, and the young lady we don't have on her roster, number 14, is beside herself, almost in a good way because she's laughing it off and having fun with it. Like to see that. She just she was so surprised that it wound up there. Meanwhile, Ava Blowers' serve is over. Diving dig for Floodwood. Almost an ace for Blowers, but not quite. Then hit across by Neela Fahey. And again hit back over. They touched the net, did Hinckley-Finlayson. Yeah, they get it late. So 24-9, and that'll be match point now for Floodwood. Yeah, they didn't catch it at first, but they did eventually. And now Sadie Kaminsky will go back to serve for Floodwood as they try to wrap this one up. Meanwhile, Hinckley-Finlayson needs 15 straight to erase match point and try and get it to a fourth. Serve is over. Blowers there. Ritchie sets. Kendra Harris blocked at the net. Kept alive by Harris. And Blowers with a good kill there. She didn't need everything in the world on that one. She just needed enough, and that's what she did to get that one over. Demaya Bailu. Serve is over. I really like her ability to be able to mix up the serves. Meanwhile, it's going to be down on ace for Bailu. Nice job. And that is really due to her being able to mix up her serves. She's shown the ability to arch it well high over. She's shown the ability to line drive. I mean, there's kind of one that's right in between. That's in. That's an ace. The young lady for Floodwood doesn't believe it, but we'll get a replay just to show you that it's true. Let's hurry it up here so we can catch this next one. Watch this. Boom, right in. This next one is going to get in as well. Nearly another ace, and it will be! Why not make it 3? 3 in a row for Demaya Bailu to make it 24-13. But again, she has the ability to kind of mix up her serves Whether it's the arching shot, the kind of the slow line drive, the quick line drive, the fast arch. I mean, she's able to do it in so many different ways. There's a no, man. That's going to go long, and that will make it the final 25-13 in set 3, and 3-0 the victory for the Polar Bears. Man, I thought that one was going to get in. Another nice serve from Beilu, but it's going to go long. Well, that will do it. Be sure to stay tuned for the post game. We will have our Pine Insurance Player of the Game come up and interview after they get everything done down on the course. So stay tuned post game. We'll recap this one and have our Pine Insurance Player of the Game interview on WCMP after a word from our fine sponsors.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on WCMP, we're now joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. Our Pine Insurance Player of the Game will receive the coveted Pine Insurance Player of the Game t-shirt. They have locations in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and Pine City. Our Pine Insurance Player of the Game tonight is Kendra Harris. First of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you.
And congratulations on being our Pine Insurance Player of the Game tonight. Playing against a very tough Floodwood team, what are some of the things you guys can take away from a matchup like this?
We can learn a lot, like what to do better and just how to play better as a team, switching things up and stuff.
You guys will have a pretty busy week this week on homecoming week, but what is it like to be out there on the home court during the homecoming week?
Feels a little chaotic just because so many people are watching, but otherwise it just feels the same as it always does. So,
guys had a nice student section out there tonight. Was it nice to hear that at your back all game long?
Yes, it was.
Awesome. You guys were able to win a match here over the weekend and bring that into this new week. What was that like to get that one kind of out of the way?
Well, it felt good. I wasn't there for it, but I'm glad that the girls won.
Yeah, and this is a good senior group for you guys. And what has this senior group brought to this team, and kind of how is this group growing together as the season goes along?
Well, we're working on things. We had a little mishaps, but now we worked through them, and I think we're good now.
And this team has shown a ton of resiliency throughout the season. Just what is it like to see your teammates and that resiliency amongst this entire group?
Well, I'm glad that they're working better together, so that's one plus.
And you're one of the seniors on this team. What does it mean for you to be one of these seniors out there?
It feels good to be out there finishing the season off. So.
Well, thank you so much, Kendra, for joining us. Congratulations on being our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, and good luck going forward.
Thank you.
We'll take a commercial break and be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Guy Fieri's Flavortown is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavortown is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavortown at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Jags fall to the Floodwood Polar Bears 3-0. They lost the first set there 25-10, the second set 25-15, and the third 25-13. Don't let the scores fool you, though. These young ladies are resilient on this team, and I was able to talk with one of their seniors, Kendra Harris, a very good senior on this squad. And again, I appreciate Kendra Harris for coming up and being our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, coming up for an interview. And, you know, it's not easy coming up here to do an interview. And I appreciate Coach Osmus for bringing her up and for Kendra to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated. And I know sometimes I ask some really stupid questions, so a lot of times, sometimes they're like, what? So I appreciate Kendra Harris for coming up, because even sometimes I think about my questions after I ask them, and I'm like, what was that? So I thank you to Kendra Harris for coming up and doing that interview for our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. The Jaguars week is not done yet. Again, it's a busy homecoming week for the Jaguars, as tonight is just game 1 of the week. Yes, a busy homecoming week, as I mentioned. They will play tomorrow in Bram against the Bombers. Then they'll also play on Thursday against Cromwell Wright at Cromwell Wright. And then that will be it for the week, because then, well, next week, that is it. Next week is the final week of play. They will play on Monday as they host Barnum. Then Tuesday they will host Pine City, and then that does it for the season. So not a lot of games left for the Jags, but hey, they continue to get better. They continue to be resilient, and that's all you want to see if you're the coach. Again, you can always work on things as you go throughout the season, and I can't wait to see what this team is able to do. They only have, 3 seniors on this squad, but Kendra Harris, Neela Fahey, and Riley Scott, those young ladies will be missed, but these seniors are helping them build for the future, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be like next year. Again, the resilience that they have, and they just continue to keep on getting better and better as the year goes on. I really can't wait to see, but they just ran into a little bit of a powerhouse tonight in the Floodwood Polar Bears. Again, the Polar Bears, a really good team this year, 21-4 in the top 20 of Class Single A. So a very good team in Floodwood here this evening that they lost to 3-0. Thank you to all of our fans who tuned in here tonight, whether you're listening on 106.5 FM AM 1350 or you're watching it on our YouTube. If that's the case, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way, if you are subscribed, you'll get every notification when we go live with a local sporting event. Just click on the notification that is sent to your phone. It will bring you right to the live video. Also, other ways you can stay up to date. On the morning show on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45, there we'll talk about this game and all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and even a touch of national sports as well. Another way you can stay tuned is our website. I mentioned it before, but WCMPradio.com. There you can hover over the sports tab and click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we'll be covering that week of play that is subject to change. Another way you can stay tuned and catch even more on our websites is go to that sports tab again, click on interviews. We'll have interviews with coaches and players, plus we'll have interviews from coaches and players, and then articles from games that we've been at. Another way you can is our social medias, our Facebook and Instagram at WCMP Radio, and then our Twitter or X at Q Media Sports. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you got to do to make sure you are keeping up to date with all things local sports in WCMP land. Again, the final here in this one, the Jags fall to the Polar Bears 3-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Again, I want to thank all of our fine sponsors. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Again, without you or the sponsors, I don't have a job. So I appreciate all of you for tuning in and night out, and the sponsors for sponsoring us in all seasons. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can truly make their day. Doesn't take a lot. Remember, a smile when you say hi, holding the door for someone. It really is quite simple, ladies and gentlemen, to quite literally change someone's day by just being nice. Can you imagine that? That simple? You might not think it is, but I promise you it is. So let's be sure to be kind to everyone. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM, licensed out of Pine City.